Hello, YouTube friends. Ugh, I have another stack of curriculum. I just can't stop. So if you're new here, my name is Ashley. I'm a new homeschooler with a first grader and a pre-Ker. You know, I started homeschooling in a time where there is just an incredible amount of resources, and YouTube doesn't help. So I'm finding so much cool stuff out there, and I want to get my hands on all of it. I also blame this on wanting to use up the last of my charter school funding for the year. We have to make all of our purchases by March, and we are going to try out year-round homeschooling. So I know that I can't be using those funds, past March. So I wanted to keep summer in mind and get everything that we plan to use this summer for this spring and this summer. Okay, so I'll preface this with saying that I actually intended to start using a lot of this stuff now. I have tried including a few new programs over the last couple of weeks, and I'm finding that it is too much. I'm getting overwhelmed. My kids are getting overwhelmed. And so I have got to start dialing back, remembering what is most important to us, which is connection. And if that starts suffering, then I've got to start pulling things out. So I have a few programs that we might have just dabbled in once or twice. I kind of still want to feel them out, but I definitely know that there were a few things that we absolutely cannot start right now. I've mentioned these things briefly in some of my last videos. Beautiful Feet US Geography. I am so excited to try this. And I mentioned in my last video, our language arts curriculum is going over a lot of introduction to geography that I totally forgot about. So that's been going great. It's actually kind of a lot of busy work, good busy work. It's a lot of paperwork. And that's kind of new for my first graders. So we're holding off on this gorgeous curriculum until it just feels right. I'm really hoping after this geography study ends in April that we can start using Beautiful Feet US Geography then. This also comes with a ton of storybooks. And right now we have our language arts that we're finishing up. We have our U.S. history with American Girls that we just started and we absolutely love. And that is a ton of books. So this just doesn't make sense yet. Hoping by April, fingers crossed, but it could be later than that. Another curriculum that requires a lot of books, which we love, but we can't do it all, is Beautiful Mundo. So this is level one Spanish curriculum. This I bought because I really wanted to use those funds and get this, knowing full well that we probably wouldn't start this until this summer. But since our language arts is ending in April, I'm thinking we could probably bring this in. Can we bring both in? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really excited about Beautiful Mundo Volume 1 Spanish. This is just a teacher's manual. It does come with two large, actually 3 workbooks, which is way too much. So we're going to go with the 2, which is just narration and then activity page. Okay. Let's get into... So these are a few other things that I have every intention of trying to still bring in presently. But I have to remember that my kid doesn't really like workbooks. My 4-year-old actually likes workbooks more than my first grader. So I'm keeping him in mind with these. He may be the one who actually ends up using these. But I have seen so much Explode the Code on YouTube. So I got level 1 for my first grader, who is just now starting a blending, phonics program. We just got through with our level 1 alphabets and sounds. She's a very young first grader, so we really took our time with reading with her. And so she's right in the beginning. She loves the curriculum that we're doing, and I thought maybe this would be a good supplement, but even so we just started the first page yesterday, and even just getting her to do this was like pulling teeth. I don't know if it's because it's the workbook, or it is because she's kind of struggling to get there with the blending. But I'm gonna try to do 1 page a week. That's my goal. If it really is like pulling teeth every time, I will back off. I've seen these on YouTube quite a bit too, for like logic and then like a character, kind of development. So this is, I think these are both no, they're not both Evan Moore. This one's Evan Moore, Heart and Mind. I was thinking about doing this a few days a week, like with our morning menu or instead of. So they're just like activities for like character building and kindness. But when I started flipping through it, like some of them are activities. It seems a little babyish, to be honest. And I saw this geared towards first graders. I think that my 4-year-old would probably be better suited to this. And then I realized that my daughter already goes to like a kids yoga class every other week that is like heavily concentrated too on kindness and compassion and like love. So she's learning so much about that with her yoga class. And I feel like this is almost like an insult to like the real life stuff that she's doing. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she'll really like it. I've heard on YouTube that kids really, really like this one. So I'm going to try a couple pages a week and we'll see how it goes. But I'm not going to fight for it. Okay, and then I got this Can You Find Me? Building like critical thinking skills, reading, math, science, social studies. It's just like simple logic. I felt like, I don't know, right? It's just like when you're just starting out with homeschooling, you're kind of like, I feel like I need all the things. Oh my God, this family's doing logic. We're not doing logic. Maybe I should get a logic workbook. So we'll throw this in a couple days a week, maybe 1 or 2 pages a week. And we'll just see how it goes. But again, I'm not going to fight for this one. We have been really struggling to figure out art. I don't know why it's such a struggle. We started with art and math with Blossom and Root, and the first part of the year it went great. And then I kind of talked about this in a past video. I don't really know. It fell flat for me. Maybe it's like the talking about the math in art. I don't know. I wasn't really enjoying. I really just wanted a program that was going to be teaching my kids some art history and art skills. So we're figuring out what we want to do. I, for a long time, have been looking into artistic pursuits and really liking a lot of the flip throughs that I've seen on this. And so far, just looking at the first couple of assignments. So the first one here, I like how it's broken down because you've got like a little bit of artist study on the first page. They give you the questions to ask about the picture study. I really appreciate that. And then this is just 1 page of, okay, now you try. And I like this assignment. It is, you just looked at a picture of a home in 1658. Paint a picture of something that you see in your home every day. I think that that's really fun. I think that's something that my kids would enjoy. And it's also something that they have never really thought to do. So it's new. And then they give you some tips on how to use your art supplies. And then, obviously they talk about composition, subject. Okay, I'm back. I had to change location. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I'll just finish up with this. I just think that this will probably suit us really well. But one of the things I didn't like about art and math was that I had to get my own art supplies and materials prepped for every week. Sorry about this line happening here. And so I thought, what if we tried a all-in-one subscription box instead for art? And I found this kids art box company. Okay, so that's this. I'm not going to go through a whole unboxing on this. If we do end up liking it, then I will definitely do a video on that. But this one looked really good to me because it really concentrates heavily on one artist per box, and then it does an art picture study, and then you try to recreate that using all of the materials that they've provided for you, conveniently organized into these little bags that are numbered, and then you only have to supply very little of your own stuff. And then like the replica of whatever art piece you're studying is like, is like done creatively. It's like, I don't know, for instance, maybe here's Starry Night, but we're going to do it in collage form. I don't know, things like that from what I'm gathering so far. So that sounds cool. But then of course I realized, well, one of these is not going to be enough for 2 kids. I don't know why I didn't think of it. We were like all ready to start one, and then I'm like, oh crap, that's not going to work. So we can try to do a collaborative piece, which I would have done, but then it's like our school day just kind of got going and we had all this other stuff to do. And as what has happened so many times in the past, we just don't get to our art for that day. And that's not cool with me. I mean, I am an artist, so like that's problematic. So that's telling me we probably have too much stuff that we're trying to do. I need to stop. I need to dial back. I need to stop adding on. Right. So will I? Right. Okay. So I'm thinking if we do this as our curriculum for like 2024 into 2025, then I'm going to need to get 2 for my, for both kids. Because I don't think they're going to want to continue doing collaborative art pieces. So that makes this more expensive than doing artistic pursuits. And I kind of just think this is a little bit cooler than a prefabricated piece of art, right? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I like the convenience, but now, right, 2 kids, it's not super convenient. Okay, so on the note of art, I also wanted to add in, why do I do this? The Simply Charlotte Mason picture study, because they're pretty. They're like really good quality prints of the art, and then you can like hang them in your schoolroom. So this comes with like a whole biography about Monet. I think, yeah, this is Monet. So it comes with like, but it's really mature. I really don't think that like the biography that I'm supposed to read to them is going to really hold their attention for very long. So I was thinking I could get some like storybooks about Monet and pair that to 1 picture study a week. We keep it really simple. We just go over a couple questions about it. Sorry, I realize I'm not actually looking at the camera. And right. So then though, I had this plan to do one day last week and we didn't get to it. So then I planned it for the following day and we didn't get to it. And I'm like, where are my priorities right now? Is it really more important to me to do language arts, math, and science and handwriting like almost every day? And then we just don't get to art? That's so not cool. So I've got to figure out how to implement, one of my favorite subjects. And also, do I need this and an art program? I don't know. Okay, so on sort of the same note of art, I have this 36 traditional Native American songs for recorders. My daughter is really into Native American history, and I really wanted to bring in the recorder this summer. I have no intention of doing this anytime soon. And so I'm also awaiting a recorder lesson book from Oak Meadow. And my husband has recorders since he's a musician. So I thought this would be fun. This is one of our summer plans. So we will see if we get to it, right? Oh man. Okay. So I have this guy. I don't know why I bought this because we're not ready for this. I, had seen too many YouTube videos and everybody's using a spelling program. And so I thought, oh my gosh, we don't have one, except that my daughter is not even writing on her own yet. She's not reading yet. Why do I need this right now? Spelling You See. I did look into a lot of different spelling curriculums, and I really like the way that this one goes about it. But it's a lot of workbook work. and it is very redundant, which I think can be great for mastery. But why did I get B? I don't know. Because I was looking over A and I'm like, she is going to be on to level B. Oh my God, Harjo. So, you know, the good news is that I know that we will eventually get to this, and I like what I see so far about this program. So we'll get there. I have it. It'll be waiting. What I don't have are several other things that I'm waiting for our charter school to approve that I am intending to use this summer. I have an outdoor survivalist unit from Harbor and Sprout. I have 2 summer nature book seeds issues from Blossom and Root. That's kind of like more science. I have the full summer nature study from Treehouse, and I have 3 family literature guides from Hearth Magic, The Secret Garden, Charlotte's Web, and Pippi Longstocking. You know, so that's a lot of our summer plans, but on top of what, Spanish, U.S. geography, our art curriculum, and spelling, and our American Girl program isn't going to be done until August. Holy moly. I don't know what's wrong with me. But thankfully my funding is going to be gone, so I can stop now until August rolls around. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for letting me just like talk this one out. Even if no one's listening, it's good for me to see the insane amount of materials that I have. Or maybe a lot of you do this too, and it's not so insane. I'd love to know. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.